This is the story of Nora.
Nora sacrificed everything for her family, her money, her youth, her happiness. But the day she collapsed in the hospital, nobody came. This is the story of Nora, a young woman who carried everyone on her shoulders until life finally forced her to stop. In a quiet town in Nigeria lived a young woman named Nora. People in the neighborhood knew Nora for two things: her beauty and her kindness. But behind that beauty was a life filled with silent struggle. Nora was the second born in a family of 3 children. Years ago, their father was the pillar of the family. He worked hard every day to make sure his children never lacked food, shelter, or love. But one rainy evening, everything changed. Their father never returned home. The news of his sudden death broke the entire family. Their mother became weak with grief. Her elder brother, Kelechi, was still careless and irresponsible. Her younger brother, Tunde, was still too young to understand what had happened. And slowly, without anyone realizing it, the responsibility of survival fell on Nora. While other young women her age were enjoying life, Nora was learning how to survive. Every morning before sunrise, she woke up quietly. She prepared something small for the family to eat. Then she began the long journey to the city, where she worked in a restaurant. The kitchen was always hot. Orders never stopped coming. Customers were always impatient. But Nora never complained. She washed dishes, prepared food, cleaned the kitchen, and worked longer hours than everyone else. Her dedication did not go unnoticed. Soon, the restaurant owner promoted Nora to become the head of the kitchen. It was a big responsibility. She was now in charge of approving kitchen expenses and supplies. But instead of making life easier, the promotion only increased the pressure on her. Because the moment her family heard about it, the expectations grew even bigger. Nora's elder brother, Kelechi, was already married with children, yet he still depended on Nora's money to feed his household. Instead of working harder, he spent most of his time gambling. Every time he got money, he rushed to betting shops. Whenever Nora complained, he would laugh and say, "Just wait, Nora. One day I will win big. When that day comes, we will all be rich." But that day never came. Then there was her younger brother, Tunde. Tunde was always getting into trouble, fighting in the neighborhood, arguing in school, breaking things that did not belong to him. Every time trouble appeared, Nora was the one who had to fix it. Sometimes she paid angry neighbors. Sometimes she paid for damaged property. Sometimes she even paid small police fines. But the most painful part of Nora's life was her own mother. Since their father died, their mother had stopped working completely. Instead, she spent her time attending social gatherings and women's meetings. She belonged to 3 different groups that required regular money contributions. Despite their financial struggles, she still loved expensive clothes and parties. Often, the money Nora left for food slowly disappeared into those meetings. But Nora never complained, because in her heart, she believed family must always stand together. In all her sacrifices, Nora forgot one important person: herself. She rarely bought clothes. Her best dresses were the ones she bought years ago from the first-grade market. Her shoes were old. Her bags were worn. Sometimes her co-workers asked her, "Nora, you work harder than everyone. Why don't you buy something nice for yourself?" Nora would simply smile and say, "My family needs me more." To meet their endless demands, Nora began working extra shifts. She slept less, She rested less, but nobody ever asked her one simple question. Nora, are you okay? During this difficult time, Nora believed she had someone who loved her. Her boyfriend, Kelvin. Kelvin was always on his laptop. Whenever Nora asked what he was doing, he would smile confidently. I build websites for foreign clients, he would say. My clients will soon pay me big money. Those words gave Nora hope. Sometimes she even gave him small money to support his work. She believed when Kelvin succeeded, her life would finally become easier. But Nora did not know the truth. Kelvin had another girlfriend, a woman he truly loved. Nora was simply the one he used for financial support. One afternoon, Nora visited Kelvin's house. He stepped outside briefly, leaving his phone behind. Suddenly the phone rang. The caller ID showed one name. My love. Nora hesitated. Then she answered. A woman's voice spoke softly. Baby, when are you coming? I miss you. The truth became clear within seconds. When Kelvin returned and saw Nora holding his phone, he tried to explain, but it was already too late. Nora did not shout. A woman's voice spoke softly. Baby, when are you coming? I miss you. The truth became clear within seconds. When Kelvin returned and saw Nora holding his phone,
What
he
is
tried to
this?
explain,
Baby, please,
but
it's
it was
not what it
already
looks like.
too late.
Don't lie to me,
Nora
it's
did
over!
not shout.
No, wait!
She did not argue. She simply walked away. Months later, Nora met another man. His name was Daniel. Daniel was kind, respectful, and very wealthy. For the first time in years, someone treated Nora like she mattered. Eventually, she introduced Daniel to her family. That decision changed everything. The moment they realized he was rich, they collected his phone number, and the calls began. Please help us with something small. Just 1,000 Nera. Please help the children. Please help the family. The calls never stopped. Morning, afternoon, night. Eventually, Daniel became tired. One evening, he sent Nora a message. Nora, I care about you, but your family is too demanding. I cannot continue. That night, Nora cried until morning, as if the heartbreak was not enough. Another disaster came. A new human resources manager joined the restaurant. During financial checks, he noticed small money missing from kitchen supplies. Management began investigating. Several workers were dismissed, including Nora. The job that supported her entire family was gone. Overwhelmed with stress and exhaustion, Nora collapsed. Days passed. Nora looked around the hospital room, empty. No mother, no brothers, nobody. For the first time in her life, she realized something painful. She had been fighting for people who would not even fight for her. But nobody came to visit her. Her mother had traveled for a party. Her brothers had excuses. So Nora stayed in the hospital alone. In the next bed was an older man. He noticed something strange. Nobody ever came for Nora. One day he asked her gently,
I feel
"Where
pity
is your
for you.
family?"
Where is your
For the
family?
first
Why is nobody
time,
checking up on you?
Nora told
don't know.
someone everything. The man listened quietly. Unknown to Nora, he was the owner of a large company. The day they were discharged from the hospital, he offered Nora a place to stay and recover. For the first time in many years, someone finally cared for her. Meanwhile, at home, the money had stopped coming. Life became difficult. Her elder brother stopped gambling and looked for work. Her mother was removed from her social clubs and began working on a farm. Her younger brother landed in prison during a fight and later changed his life. Slowly, everyone began taking responsibility for their lives. 1 year later, Nora returned home. Her family was shocked to see her. They cried and begged for forgiveness. Nora looked at them quietly. The pain they caused her was deep, but bitterness would not heal her heart, so she forgave them. From that day forward, everyone became responsible for their own lives, and Nora finally lived a life where she was no longer carrying everyone alone. Final moral: Nora's story teaches us something very important. As you take care of others, make sure you also take care of yourself. Because sometimes the people you sacrifice everything for will move on when you are no longer there. Love your family, support your friends, but never forget, your life matters too. Sacrifice without appreciation leads to emotional destruction. Family support should never become exploitation. Sometimes losing everything is what forces people to grow. Kindness from strangers can sometimes be greater than love from family. Thank you for listening to Nora's story. If this story touched your heart or taught you something valuable, please take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who may need to hear this message today. Also subscribe to the channel for more powerful African stories like this. Until the next story, remember this lesson. As you take care of others, never forget to take care of yourself. Thank you till I come your way again. Stay blessed. Bye.